Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm here in broad daylight. So, no makeup. We're just doing all natural. But anyway, as you can see, I have my sanding pads I was talking about. I have two. And this one is the very coarse one. And that's what I want because I'm going to start sanding and removing some of the original paint to make it smooth as possible. And then once I'm done with that, I'm going to apply Gesso, Liquitex Gesso. Gesso. It's surface preparation. What this would do will work it out. But before that, I'm going to have to use the wood filler to go on certain areas that are weak because she has, like on her leg, there's a weak part on here that I really need to get that worked out, high fin to low tie. So as you can see, I'm going to focus my main attention on the project. Hi, Summer. How is my gang doing today? Everyone seems like you're doing great. And you know what? You see the difference? This is where the oil paint was old. So originally the doll's legs were pink. They were like a very light pink. But I'm going to stand up because I don't want to inhale this stuff. Okay. Hey, can't wait to see the final results. Well, I have a video already up from the doll that I did previously like this. Oh, I'm breathing in this. I'm wearing my pajamas. I have not had pajamas on all day, so I just put them back on. I'm not one of those people because I went to Walmart. Me and my mom. What was that? So I'm doing a lot of sanding. So these dolls are originally painted with oil paint, and it probably they had to hang the body parts up for like days inside of it. This warm room, warm temperature for oil paint to dry fast. But see, back then it could have been lead paint. Okay, get the top of them toes. Okay, that should definitely grip on. At the bottom of this foot. Gosh, I got the comments coming in. So the fine particle, exactly. Oh, let me do this thing like that. Where's my hand? Oh. See, I'm always busy. I'm always doing something. Oh, thank you, Amber. Okay. So the most important thing is to get as much of the outer part off as possible, and I did. I'm leaving this on the original cording. It's not going to hurt anything. So this is what I'm doing during our pandemic. Keeping myself busy. All right, I'm just going to set that over. See, look at my hands. Feel. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get the torso over with. And so I'm definitely going to have to wash these. That's why I put on pajamas because these are easier for me to just throw in and wash. Oh, let me fix my camera so you can see this process. In fact, I can zoom in. There we go. And it's a pretty day to do this. This is her, the head socket. This is where our head goes. And I have to pay close attention also to see how she was strung. Hey, Jenny. Look, girl, I'm working on the other antique doll. I remember thinking I was going to keep her as original as possible, but I would just rather have her restored so that I know she's going to last a long time, for many more years. I need a mask. I'm going to set this right here. I'll be right back. Okay, back. I have my mask on. Thank goodness. Take extra precautions. All right, let's continue. Ta-da! Hit that on the concrete. I know a lot of people don't, that are real hardcore antique doll collectors, they really don't like a doll to be restored. They like for them to show the age on them. I'm different. I would rather just take it and make it look new again. But also at restoration, if it's done properly, it helps protect the doll and to keep her looking new much longer. Because see, these dolls are made of composition. Composition is made of sawdust and a type of glue mixture poured into a cast, and then it's hard pressed. See these little hole things? I'm going to use the gesso and fill them places in. So that's why it's important for me to file it down and to get rid of like these paint bumps here on the booty. But the good thing is with the body, I'm not going to have to use a lot of gesso on here at all. I think I should have bought 2 of these sponges. As you can see in the leg joints, oh my God, someone said, I'm so glad you're doing this. I was so bored. This right here, that brown stuff, that is actually wood filler that I put in for to dry. I got sweat pouring down my back. I'm so not lying. It's just pouring down my back. But I want to do it now. I want to get it started because I just realized the last doll I did was near the winter time. These are her wooden ball joints. Look at that. And I also showed this in my other video of the previous doll. This is real wood. It's a wooden nugget with a hole that goes all the way through it. So the original ball jointed dolls were not made of resin. They were made of wood. And, wood shavings from I guess where people cut trees. And they took the sawdust, which is wood, shredded up wood, with the glue mixture to make the bodies. But these ball joints are made of 100% wood. Yeah, I'm filing down everything. So see how rough that looks? When I'm done, it's not gonna be like that. So you can see the paint was thick. See how thick the paint was on that wood? And I'm going to fix that with gesso, fill that in because this gesso is thick. So as I'm sanding, I'm setting the pieces over to the side. This is part of her arm. So you see the wood? Isn't that amazing? Look at the wood. It's wood. This is just a piece of wood right there. Yeah, these antique dolls are made of wood. That's why it was important, I feel like. With the, see, back then, they did, I don't think they had gesso. All they did was use oil paint. Hi, Grayson. And so the good thing is when I'm done with this, I'm going to definitely take a bath. So what this is going to do is smooth. I'm getting off the original paint. As you see, it's looking lighter because the original oil paint faded so much through the years. There. All right, here we go with the, oh, this is the piece I'm working on. See that? Because it's very soft. It is actually still soft, and I want this to be hard. So I'm going to smooth it. Because I'm going to put more. Get down into their screws. Because I'm going to have to put more filler in here. Even though it's going to be, I want it to be nice and smooth and rounded. Because I want this doll to be like new again. I want her to be strong. And I want her body to be very, you know, reinforced. I don't want her to be weak. And so I'm gonna paint it with this white gesso, the body, and then sand it again, which means I might need another one of these, even though I have two. I'm gonna try to use this here one to sand as much off of the original paint as possible. Getting this. Is she 32 inch? I believe so, yes. This is a 32 inch as well. Both of them are the same height. My mom saw pictures I posted on Facebook on my personal page last night. She was amazed. She's like, I gotta see, my mom loves to dress. Everyone loves the dress I made on her. And that was a homemade dress. All right, I had to hit it on the concrete. Like a dust eraser from school. Well, back when they used chalk. But in order for gesso to stick, I have to get as much of this oil paint off as possible so that it's not shiny. And that way the gesso will stick onto this body for me to make it smooth. I was in this exact same place when I did this the last time. But I'm setting this piece aside because I need to work on the reinforcing that joint because it's very flimsy. I think it's got water damage possibly. I don't know, it could have been, you know, that's what I'm thinking. Because it's too soft. It's not hard. See, look how thick that is. What is this? You just thought to yourself what to do to restore these beauties? No, I Google. I do everything. I Google. I've seen videos. I saw videos on YouTube, Googling, and they use oil paint, most of them, but I use acrylic paint because the acrylic paint, it's not gonna turn yellow and it's not gonna get ugly throughout the years. So I use probably about 4 layers of acrylic paint on top of this. Once I've done gesso, once I use this stuff in this here bottle. And believe me, it takes hours and hours, but, you know, considering how things are, only thing I have to do is go to the dentist tomorrow. But there's so many things that I've learned how to do on my own. I trained myself to know how to do these things. It's not easy. You have to learn. And the only way you're gonna learn is to try it. Oh, Chrissy, I hear about a lot of people restoring Chrissy. Ellen from VA Toys, that's what she did. She did a Chrissy. What? Oh, thought my mom was looking at the door, but no. I mean, just imagine, I started doing this I used my credit card, unfortunately, to start on $200 dog. See the wood? You see where the original paint has chipped off? Right there. You're not gonna see any of that when I'm done. Even right here, that chip of wood. Look, what are you making now? I am restoring an antique 19-something doll. So this is my liquid gesso. You have to Google gesso and it tells you what it's for. This is very fluid. I do wish it was thicker, but I need it matte, and this is matte, and it's like an opaque. So it's a very good matte. It's very thick. So here are her ball joints. Well, this is a big girl, so you can see where the paint has chipped off of the wood. See how thick that paint was? Because they would apply about 5 thin layers, maybe 6 thin layers of oil paints. So it was an oil paint they used on the wood for these dolls. In which, I mean, she's still gonna have the base of the oil paint, but I'm having, ooh, I can still smell it. Get rid of the upper layer so the gesso will stick. And then I'm gonna put about 3 or 4 layers of acrylic paint to make it new again. And see, some people, they want their dolls to be restored, or some people want them to be like new again, full restoration. Some people want them to be restored in a way where they just cleaned up. And you can't use any kind of products when you're doing that kind of restoration. You have to be very careful and use very gentle products. A lot of people I know that they liked Chrissy. I remember Ben. Ben loved Chrissy. Now here's an upper ball joint. See, it's the wood. Full wood. This is the original ball jointed doll. You can see all the way through the cavity, and it goes here. This part goes into her shoulder. This is the upper part of her arm. And my sandpaper feels like it wants to wear out already. Because I'm having to get this and the groove right there and right here. And I did it. But like my doll in the video from last night, you don't see any cracks or anything like that. Because I made sure I did it and I did it right. But I bought both of the dolls pretty much at the same time. But with the weather being so cold, last year, and sort of humid. It took forever for the gesso to dry, it took forever for the paint to dry. Nothing could dry because it was just too cold or too humid. So like now, with it being hot as it is, I can do this and it'll dry faster. And believe me, I got sweat pouring down my back, even though it's starting to rain. But it's not like a humid, it's not humid, it's a dry, still a nice hot dry heat. Reading comments. I wish, but when I do restorations, even though I can make the doll look new, people who collect these don't like it when you restore the doll. There, got that done. They like to keep, they like them to be as original as possible. See like those holes? You see that? Yeah. Well, see, that's why I'm sanding her parts. So when I put this gesso on the doll, I'm going to put a thin layer of gesso on top of this. It's going to go in, it's going to fill in these holes so that they're not visible anymore. I mean, just think this was a piece of wood. Well, it is a piece of wood. And they turned it into a doll. So if you want to learn about doll history, education, this is a good way to learn it, by actually seeing someone who can restore these old dolls that are a part of history. These dolls are a part of worldwide history. You know, coming from Germany, and then the French ones from Paris. These dolls used to be in the most beautiful doll shop windows in their elaborate fabric clothing. They had mohair, human hair, mostly human hair back when they started, pretty much. That was something. Yep, I'm having to sand all of these here edges around here. Well, that's why I'm restoring mine. I bought mine to restore, to occupy me during these difficult times we're having right now. It gives me something to do and it occupies my time and my mind. I'm not sitting in the house. I'm outside where I can get some fresh air. So doing this, you're not getting fresh air. Here's the lower part of the arm. There you go. So y'all get to hook up with some of your friends. Oh my gosh, I'm sweating. It's making the veins in my hands stick out. I'm using this to soften it up. See how the wood? Isn't it amazing? Wow, just think of the work, the type of saws and things they had to use to create. Can everyone see me clearly? I know it looks like my hands are moving super fast, but I've noticed when the videos get published, sometimes they look blurred out and stuff. Whew. All right, I can see that. Thanks for the feedback. There, that one's done. Oh my God, this is the last big piece to go. And look how they did the feet. They did these red lines to do their feet. I wonder why did they use red? Oh, look at the bottom of her foot. Did you see that crack? Look at that. Yeah, see the crack right there? I'm going to fix that. I'm going to close that up and fix it. because that can cause moisture or damage to get inside the doll because she's wood, and I don't want that. That's why I'm restoring her completely. First, I was just going to clean her, but I decided to restore her instead because I don't want her getting damaged. I want to basically sort of waterproof her body because it's wood. And so with everything I'm using, like with the Liquitex and stuff, it prepares the surface. Girl, I'm already getting exhausted. Look, this was brand new. Look at the difference. This was like this. Now look. It's all that oil paint. I have so many things going on in my head right now. Because, Garrison, have you talked to Aunt Linda yet? Is she at home? Well, I can talk to her this evening, but then again, I don't know. I think she's been going to sleep early. So this weekend, I will be babysitting Grayson and Garrison, but also repainting, hand repainting their VIA dolls, Alexis, Kawani, while I'm babysitting. But see, I'm hoping to go to Saturday instead, so Saturday we can get a few little supplies we need because while I'm babysitting, then I'm gonna be really busy. And then I could probably also go ahead and help Linda pack up some stuff. Oh goodness, this thing is like, I know it's hard, but not quite hard enough, I suppose. See, I'm having to do this part. You can ask her later when you go out for dinner. I know you won't forget. Because I don't want to be wore down. Oh wow, you use this here on a Blythe sponge face? Wow. See, Jenny, you should be doing videos, girl. I'm using it to scrub off the oil paint, get rid of the shine, to put gesso on this. And we have to go to Hobby Lobby, guys. Yeah. Grayson has his first soft sculpture cabbage patch from eBay coming in. And he wants her to have new hair. We can also get the same color hair she has, or we can get a different color. I know you like blonde, so I'm thinking maybe we should do maybe some yellow and white and get the white kind with the sparkles in it. Yeah, but this just takes over. Oh my gosh, does it ever. I'm sweating profusely. Well, I've known Grayson ever since he was a baby. Me and my mom were friends with his family. I call his grandma, I call her Mama Joyce. She's my second mom. All right, oh, I'm gonna have to leave this out because that needs repair work. As for the hands, these are the hands. The hands are actually porcelain. So I'm not going to use this on that because it's too rough. I'm going to use the other one. And these are the small ball joints that are on the hands. Well, he's getting his soft sculpture from eBay. So she's an original one from the 80s. 1985 soft sculpture off eBay. You can get them pretty cheap and affordable on eBay. I mean, I have sweat pouring down my back. Oh my gosh. Well, it's work doing this, sitting here, having to scrub this. Oh my gosh, it's a job. Whew, the last ball joint, and then I can use the brush with the gesso. So I'm doing that. I'm scrubbing this on the end of this. Look, you're like, let's do the white yarn with sparkles. That's what I thought. Maybe give her. But see, wait, what if you wanted to be a redhead? Sorry, guys, I have to wipe my back. The sweat is just pouring. Don't worry, we have lots of options and yarn to choose from at Hobby Lobby. And it's going to be close by. So maybe, y'all just don't know. I'm going to be so busy with videos. I have so many live videos coming up from projects that I'm working on. Everything from Cabbage Patch Kid restoration, changing. I got Alexis and Kawani to repaint. So the videos are coming. So now I'm going to set that down. This one is not as strong. And I have to use a softer one on here because I don't want to break her fingers. Because these are porcelain hands that are painted. And I am going to put gesso on top of these as well. I'm going to put gesso on top of everything. It protects, seals, makes it easier to paint. Makes it smooth, makes her hands look more dainty and feminine, makes them look more pretty. Well, I don't know what's going on on eBay, but right now, the 80s Cabbage Patch Kids are like, oh my God, the prices have jumped. They're really selling lately like crazy. I think because people like the older ones better than the new ones. There's a fly. Please do not come and give me company, fly. Just please go away. See her hands? Oh, wow, she's got little dots back there. And like it looks like a little cut. But again, like I said, this is porcelain. I got most of that off. Which corner is the best? Okay, that's good enough. That's most of it anyway. Now for this one. Oh, that made that side look so much smoother. I hear a lawnmower. Oh yeah, the guys are coming out mowing the grass. I have to be sort of forceful and gentle at the same time with this because I don't want to break a finger on the doll. All right, that's good enough. That'll work. Whew. All right, set my container with my plastic over there. I gotta put my plastic glove on. All right, we're gonna come over right about here. I'm using this. It is stainable, which means you can paint it interior, exterior. It says relleno para madera, wood filler. All right, this is a new brush. I've had it for quite a long time, but I'm going to use the end of it to, I put a plastic box. I'm going to put on a glove on the finger that I'm going to use. To do this. So I'm going to zoom out. Okay, I have to use my fingers for zooming out. Okay. Hi. All right, I'm using the end of my brush to stir this up. Ew, gross. How long does it take to dry? Oh God, I'm reading it in Spanish. Yeah, this is Superior real wood fibers. Oh, that's why it's gritty. Okay, that's good. It's good for sanding, painting, can be used with high-speed sanders, firmly holds, resist shrinking and cracking. Surface must be clean and dry wood. Filler at air temperature should be above 40% filling. Apply to repair with a putty knife. Remove excess. Deep repairs may need 2 or more fillings. Sanding. Sand shallow. Repairs after 15 minutes. Yeah, okay, I'm stirring it up. God, I hope the end of this doesn't touch my skin or shirt or anything. I don't want to turn to stone. Okay. I mean, this is what I mean. People think like, well, you know, if you're on disability, you stay at home, can't work. No, I can't. Social Security told me I couldn't. It actually told me that because of my health conditions. All right, I'm looking into her foot here. I see that crack. Yeah, that one. So I'm going to rub this in there as much as possible. Nope, I'm not worried about her getting damaged or anything like that because I've done this before. I'm just going to wipe away the excess, and I'm gonna stick it on my mom's table she has out here. Oh my God. Now I'm gonna show you how it filled in, that crack, because I'm gonna resand this anyway. There we go. See how it went into the crack? You see that? The wet filler, I pressed it right into the crack. I'm gonna do it one more time. Actually, I'm gonna use the brush. Oh, this brush is for the gesso. Well, you know what? I can wash it. Oh yeah, that's good. Go away, fly. I don't have any food for you, and I am not eatable. There we go. There. See? I filled that in. I'm looking around while I'm having the same foot in my hand for any other issues. Okay, that looks fine. I like how the knees of the older dolls molded cute. Well, she's ball jointed. See? You see that piece of metal right there? Also, you see the brown stuff? That's where I already have wood filler. I filled that part in to make it stronger because it dries hard. So I filled that in good. So this is the piece here. This right over here, it's very soft like. Yeah, see how it's giving? It has like a little crack when I push that happens right up there. That's what I don't want. So I'm going to use the brush because I am going to wash the brush. And this is a stronger type of wood filler, I believe, because I want this to be hard. I want it to be very hard, like cement hard. So I'm using a textured, oh, let me turn this down. I'm using a textured brush. I'm trying to zoom in. And it's letting me move your words. Well, it's not letting me zoom. Let me see, I might have too much powder on me from the paint. Yeah, it's not gonna let me zoom right now, so here. Oh, it's drying very fast. That fly came and just jumped on here like he thought he belonged here. Go away, fly. Go find somewhere else to go. There are restaurants downtown. Take a right and keep going straight. Now I don't want to block up this hole because the string is going to go here for her to sit down and give her that posability. But I want to make sure that I have this concrete hard. I want to make sure that it's super strong. And I want it to be big so it matches the other side. Okay, I'm looking around other areas to see if there's any more damage like I did the first piece, which these two look good. Now it seems like there was something else I needed to look at. This looks good. That can be filled up with gesso. Yeah. Cause see all of these little areas here. You know what? I am gonna put some right there. I'm not worried. I can sand that to make it smooth. And then the layers of gesso, and then all of the layers of paint I'm gonna add will be fine. Because I don't want any exposed wood. And this doll, she does have exposed wood, but it came from where they didn't paint everything on her. You see the wood right there? Yeah, they didn't paint this part right there. That's wood. Nice big chunk of wood. And I don't want, I'm not gonna have any wood exposed. I'm looking for cracks and little holes or things like that. See all that wood? I'm gonna put gesso to cover it to prevent moisture from getting there. See this leg joint, it's fine. It's not soft or anything, it's nice. It has a hard texture. So I don't have to worry about this piece. Let me check the other foot. Oh wow, the other foot, see it has cracking. You see the crack coming across? So I'm gonna use the brush and shove this in there. I'm wiping and pressing at the same time. But I know that once I put the layer of gesso, I'm gonna do 2 layers of gesso to make sure that it's completely sealed. This is going to help smooth out any cracks and things like that. And fill in like the little holes I showed you. See those little holes? Yeah. I use this to fill them in. See, they're filled in now. All right, I think that's it. Now I can start with the gesso. I am going to relook at this again and go around through the inside on the weak part, because I need this to be strong on the inside and the outside as well. And the only way to do that is to rub the brush up into this area to get this on the inside, because I don't have to sand the inside, but it'll dry nice and hard. Come on, brush, don't be getting all frizzy on me. You can handle this. Yes, there we go. Now, I'm gonna go rinse this off. I didn't bring water with me, but I can close my wood filler up. It's like $5 for this little thingy. Because I'm gonna get ahead and grab a little thing of water, because now I'm gonna work with the Liquitex, the gesso. Ew, I'm putting this end of this all on my shirt. Let me get a little jar with water. All right, I got a fly out of the apartment. Mom's gonna be happy about that. I'm gonna use my cup. This is my cup. I buy my cups more expensive. I love turquoise. I love all shades of turquoise. Okay. So I dip my brush into the water. I'm gonna set it right here at the corner. Now I'm gonna shake it loose. I done cleaned it off good. I'm just gonna leave my glove on. I did not get anything to pour this in. Oh, I'm missing a comment. Oh, 80 sales on eBay freaked me out. Really? I like the 80s Barbies. Now I'm just gonna pour some of this into the top. It's got a nice thick flow. And I'm only gonna be able to paint one side of a doll at a time. So my other body parts over here, I can start with these, with the gesso. And so most importantly, I'm getting up here around the edges, mostly because it'll seal in where the paint has been rubbed away from so much play and use. I'm going inside as well. I don't want any of the original wood exposed. And this gets rid of all of the exposed wood. See? And that's what's going to make this doll last, hopefully, another 100 years. Because these dolls are not going to last another 100 years, on their own. They will need to be restored and used for educational purposes and things like that. But also to people to admire. I mean, this is 2020, and people aren't doing this. In fact, kids aren't into dolls anymore. Hey, Mom.
How'd it come?
Well, I done got her sanded. I got the wood spackle stuff to repair that. Now I'm putting the gesso on, and it's gonna dry sort of a little
All
Is now gesso is a mixture of porcelain and water mixture.
Yeah.
And
They cut.
I just got through singing them. Well, never mind. My mom is making chili beans. But gesso is a mixture basically of a type of porcelain paste. It's like a porcelain paste. Ooh, there's little hairs got on. She doesn't care about this table, so it's okay. That's right, I'm doing one side at a time. I can't do the other side because I'm gonna have to lay this down. And because this is thicker, it's going to, and it's drying super fast here outside, which is a plus. That is awesome. All right, slide those over while they're drying. That's why I wanted to come outside today. So I'm going to put my camera down. Oh, good position. While I'm painting. So what this also does is make the doll a bit thicker as well, just a little bit. But she's getting the protection that she needs to last many more years. If anyone's commenting, I'm sorry I can't read comments because of the angle of the camera. I'm trying to get some of the little hairs coming from the brush off. And I'm gonna go ahead and do the bottom of her feet. It doesn't matter about the brush strokes because this is going to be lightly sanded. And so it's going to make it even. But I am going to pull this up. Oh, and get as much of her toes as possible because they're dangling. Yay. See, now you don't see the crack in her foot. This is already drying, which is good. It's plenty of air getting in here. Well, I'm outside, of course, yeah. What I like about this, it's gonna seal and fill in any cracks and holes. And it's gonna make her legs a lot more smoother for painting. But the thing I love most is it's protecting her original wood. So everything about this doll that's original with her age, this is just going to give her more protection. There we go. So now let me see, where's my camera at? Okay, there we go, we got some room. So we're gonna go ahead and work on this piece. And I'm gonna start right up in here. I'm doing it like this here to fill in any little holes. And since it's gonna be lying on that side. Now I lie down and hold my finger on the inside part of her upper arm. Yeah, I'm gonna do about 2 or 3 coats of this because it's going on very thin. And 2 or 3 coats to make it nice and smooth, and then a light sanding. And I'm talking about 2 or 3 coats after it's dried. Now here's part of her arm. So this way you can see where I got my gesso on the top. Let me see, it'll fit right here. See the inside of wood here? I'm gonna end up painting that. So I think I'm gonna do that first and then hold my finger in this part because I don't want the wood exposed. When the doll's wood is exposed, it makes her more fragile, especially during these times. And like I said, I want this doll to last for many, many years. So when the wood is exposed, it makes it where it can get exposure to humidity, to elements in the air of the life we live. Because everything that's in our air is not even good for us, so it's certainly not good for a doll. So we're gonna do this part first. I'm putting my finger in there. I'm about to pour some more gesso into the top. There. And the good thing is, this time I'm wearing a mask. And I say good because it's protecting my lungs and my nose from any of the odors. I'm going over as far to the side as possible. Like I said, I'm going to be doing about 3 coats of this on each piece because I want it to be super smooth. See, this is already drying. What is my phone doing? Guys, please, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, okay? It can't pick up my thumbprint because of the glove. Oh, it's my mom. She's sending me a video of stuff. Okay, I can put that back. All right, let me move all of that out of the way. Let me see, what body part do we use next? This one, the big piece here. If you're commenting, I'm so sorry I can't see it. I'm going to push that up there. I'm gonna have a look at my hair so I can put this piece down. Yeah, this has been sanded. It's nice and strong. See the exposed part? I don't want any of the wood. See that? You can tell this piece is made of, looks like cardboard. Yeah, it looks like cardboard in person. And I need it to be protected against any kind of moisture. Because the way things are right now, we just don't know what's gonna happen. And I wanna make sure my antique dolls are absolutely protected in every single way to prevent them from damaging or decomposing. They didn't make them to last as long as they've lasted. But because they put in excellent craftsmanship when they made these. See, this is why when I paint an American Girl doll, I want my paintwork to last longer than the doll. I want you to have something that's gonna last for many years. That's why I use high quality things like with my sealer. My sealer prevents the paintwork on my custom American Girl dolls from turning yellow. So the paint is not going to fade or change colors over the years. And no, I can't give up all my secrets. I have enough people out there doing it and nobody really helped me out. So I had to find some stuff on my own. But I feel like I give people enough stuff to follow up on. I want to see Jenny Wren, send me some pictures of your work. I really want to see it because I like what you do. I've seen some of your stuff online and I think it's beautiful. Everyone, don't let Jenny fool you, okay? She is absolutely talented. Her paintwork is beautiful. I love it myself. There's another bristle. Throw that over there. As you can tell, my mom comes out. She checks on me a lot because she worries about me. Oof. Okay, slide you over. It's no need for me to rush since it's drying so quickly, which is good too. That's already almost dry. I'm going to go ahead and end up just doing 3 coats on each side as I go along. Oh, here's the harder part, these little nuggets. But I think I wanna go ahead and do the big pieces first and get them out the way. So, you see like the hole there? You see that right there? Yeah, we're gonna fill that in right now. I think this is going on pretty thick. I do wish it was thicker though. Cause if it was thicker, I could use less coats. I don't have to put as many strokes and do as much on it. I could use less, but sometimes they say that less is more. And it's easier to add layers instead of removing them. Oops, my hand hit that. No, I need you to go back over here. And so, even though it shows all these thick strokes, again, when I sand it, it's gonna make it super smooth. Goody, 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 everything's drying fast. This is drying quickly, awesome. I'm gonna move that big chunky leg over here and hope it, okay, good, it's not gonna roll around. I'm gonna move that over here. Put my finger inside of it. There. Wow, the second coat is really making a huge difference. That's why I said it takes about 3 coats. I have to go over this, yeah, the 3 times to give it the right coverage it needs. I like to make sure that with antique dolls, that my dolls aren't as fragile. I want them to be strong, most definitely strong and last for a very, very long time. Okay, now I'm ready to bring this other piece of arm over. I'm gonna put the gesso inside where the wood is. Again, prevents moisture from getting in that arm. Moisture, I mean like from rain. I don't know what's gonna happen. We don't know what's gonna happen later with the way things are in the world, so at least I can try to create something that's gonna last longer than me. I'm putting more gesso in. Amazing stuff. Are you having fun yet? If you are, I don't know, I can't read comments at this moment. But like I said, ooh, don't you go that way. Hey, you better lay low. Okay. Darn, it's trying to roll over now. Because I don't want it sticking. Okay. Stay, don't move. All right, now I'm gonna go back to this leg. Over here. And do it again. My doll that my grandmother had on my dad's side of the family, when the house was caving in, I climbed up those cedar steps, went into the attic, and I found the head part of an antique baby doll. Had a baby face. And I want to find a body similar so I can actually put that head on it because it belonged to my dad's mom. I want to restore it. My mother loved all this. Oh no, can't do that piece because I have the spackle stuff on it. So for the hands, I'm only going to put a little bit of this right in there to fill that crack in and like little holes. But that's about it because these I can paint. I can fill it up with I can fill that with paint. See all of that wood exposure? I don't want that. So I'm actually going to paint the upper half of this and then go inside a little bit to give it the extra protection. And I'm only going to paint around the upper half. And I want it to be thick to give it that good coverage. Okay. Whoop. Set it down like that. All right, which side looks worse? Great. The both look just as bad. Oops, my hand hit that. But yeah, antique dog collectors, they have a serious issue when you restore an antique dog. They do not like it because they think you should keep the dog as original as possible. The problem is it makes the dog weak. See, I went inside the hole to get that, to enforce it, to make this wood last many more years. Okay. Oh my gosh, why am I holding the brush? No, no, no. Be still. You gotta lay low. Ooh, oh my gosh. The gloves hit that. Okay, we got 2 layers. This is still drying. It's better to let it dry. Okay, this big piece right here, I can go ahead and paint that a second time. I might as well just leave it where it's sitting and slide this one over. Right over here. Okay. Wait, I need to flip that, look inside. Okay, yeah. Because see, once I apply the layers of paint, oh, this is gonna look amazing. It's gonna look factory new. And the paintwork is gonna be so smooth. I still have crystal clear paint. Because see, when I paint it, I'm gonna use makeup. It's all in the other video. I have another video where I did all of this previously. And I showed how when I painted it, I used makeup blush when the paint was dry and to make it look more realistic and really, really pretty, that definition. But also to add to these amazing dolls. Okay, I'm gonna leave that alone because it wants to roll around and do a little dance. Okay, this one wants to just get all kind of messed up like that. I'm applying the coats on as thick as possible. Come on, I need you to be still. Let me turn it around this way. There we go, that works. Look at it, it's getting all on my fingers, look. Whew. All right, I'm getting the little ones here. Just pick a side and rub gesso inside as much as possible. See, one thing about doing my videos also, this is documentation, because it shows the work that I went into. So if I was to ever want to sell, or either someone wants to offer, I can show them the process and the measures that I took to restore the doll, to make her where she would be as strong as possible. And so hopefully they could appreciate that. Oh, this is good. I can go ahead and repaint this one again. I don't need to put a second coat inside. I can move over to this side now and just do inside of here where that wood is. That's why I explain myself when it comes to the wood, protecting it, preventing it from going through anything bad, because I want my dolls to last. I want this to last. I want to have a legacy in the doll world. I believe that people are going to always love dolls. There are always going to be people who love dolls. Some people, they don't like dolls while they're young, but when they get older, they get into dolls. And so, you know, my videos on YouTube, I'm leaving my legacy. I'm leaving a part of me behind no matter what happens in life in general. I'm not saying anything's going to happen to me anytime soon. I just don't know. But I want to have something where people can always see and look at what I've done with my spare time, but also the love I have for the hobby of doll collecting. And this is what absolutely relaxes me. It takes me to a whole nother world, one that I enjoy, and just takes away all the mess that comes to you in life. Okay. Oh, I got water right here. Okay, I'm dipping my hands in this water to get the gesso off. Same into a mold. This is what they use. They're of porcelain on the outside that's going to fill in her area. So, hey, look, we got most of that off. Okay, I'm just gonna wipe it on my pajamas. Hello. I can hear my, what is on your pajamas? Girl, I don't know. It ain't no telling. No, she's gonna know. Now, see, I rub it on the inside areas as well. Because when I restring her, I'm using new stringing, and this is going to protect these the inner part of the layers from wear and tear from where I put in new stringing. And then with the layers of paint, that's what it's all about. Not just restoration, but making something that will last more than one lifetime. I mean, this doll has already lasted 2 lifetimes, you know, and I wanted her to last maybe 50 or 100 more, as many as possible. If she's treated the right way, put in the right museum or what have you, many years down the road, awesome. So now with the hands, I really don't need to put gesso, but you know what, I am. Because I want to protect my investment. I also want the paint to be nice and smooth. And this is going to make it longer. And it's going to fill in little holes or cracks that I can't see with the human eye. That's not a baby, it's a bird. Oh, I painted the whole hand. I need to hang this up somewhere. Dun, 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 dun. And I'm gonna stick it in the crack of this wood. Okay, that works. Now I gotta refix the gas so that was on there because it's not fully dried. Oh my goodness. And I have to cross my legs, so I'm gonna have to do the other hand, and I'm only gonna do the top part first. Take this camera up some. Oh wow. My video last night live during the making of the wig, I had 200 people who were actually watching live. That's why I was telling you, it shows me at the end. And see, that's what no one else gets to see. So once I had finished it, it shows me how many people were tuning in. So we had 200 people watching last night. That bird sounds like a baby crying. I wish it would go somewhere and shut up. Okay. Felt like something in my mask. Ooh. All right, I'm looking to see what's dried. This looks dry, but I have to do on the coat on the upper this here layer. Oh, a nice breeze. Thank goodness. God knows I needed that. I might need another soft sponge from Walmart for smoothing this. I wouldn't be surprised. At least with a nice breeze coming through, it's drying pretty quickly, but this isn't dry. What else can I work on? No, this needs, oh, the body. Yes, her body's in great shape, so I can start painting using gesso on this. I'm just gonna turn the camera up. Hi, Erica. I'm just now seeing that. Okay, let me see. Yep, I got smeared on my hand. So that's providing extra protection for the wood. And inside, that's very important. Oh, I have to do the front half of the body because I'm gonna lay the doll's body, the torso on the back. Yep, I'm going inside the arm areas as well. See that hole? You see that little part? Yeah, right here. I'm going to fill it in with this. Now it's filled in. Why are you flies coming around me? Good Lord. There's no food here for you. Okay, now inside the legs, you can see the wood. I'm simply going to just paint that over, cover it up. Yeah, this is basically a thinner version of porcelain. I did my other doll the exact same way. And I'm just realizing, okay, where am I going to put this big torso? I'm just now realizing that, so I'm having to move some things around here. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're gonna come over here. Okay, making sure that's showing. Oh my goodness, I'm getting inside the arm part. And I'm trying to put it on thick. Because like I said, when I sand this, you're not gonna see the brush strokes. It's gonna be very smooth. That's why I have to do 3 coats, 3 layers to provide extra smoothness. So that way when I'm sanding, I'm only sanding this to smooth out and fill in areas. I'm seeing little like bubble holes inside. It's like a canvas. See, this side over here is already drying. Garrison's like, when are you going live again? When are you going live? Then I'm live. He's gone. He's only here for a while and he is gone. Right. Whew, now let that dry. Okay, this is dry. That looks good. All right, I can go ahead. Let me see. Now I'm gonna go ahead and paint it one more time. Oh, yeah, a piece of her leg dropped. So I put that in there with a camera. What side do I want to paint more? Should probably be this one. There. Let my fingers and water get that off. That one looks dry, so does that one, which is, oh, the big part of the leg is. Okay. I'll go ahead and get the big part of the leg again. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get hold of this one more time. What is that? Right, I have to move my mask to blow. There. I believe this will be my third time on this here side. And then I can move on. To the other side once this dries. Okay, lay that down to dry. Okay, what's next? Let me see this here one. Okay, we can do this one. Yeah, get this one more time. I'll slide that over there. Okay, look at this one. Yeah. No, that one is still damp, even though it's looking a bit dry. What about this little one? I think it's good enough. Okay, this one's definitely ready. Right. So I'd rather get these 3 layers done at once instead of waiting. Get it just done, and then when I do the other side, okay, this is ready. 4 more gesso into the top. You see those little dots here and down there? Those are like little holes. There's another one at the top. So this is good for filling those in. Prevents moisture, water, things like that from getting in the wood that can damage it. So that's why I say I have to do it like three layers of gesso. But the gesso is also going to make the paint super smooth. And when I do the clear coat, which is going to be shiny, which I use spray paint, non-yellowing, permanent, to because I also use powdered makeup. Okay. Set that down like that. Awesome. Okay, this one's next. Good, good, good. Okay. Lay that down. What about that one? Not all the way dry. This one looks almost there. Okay. Oh my God, my arm has hit this part of her body without me even realizing it. Oh, this is almost dry. Okay, 4 more of this. I also bought the yarn to do my soft sculpture cabbage patch with the black hair. so I can fix her hairline and make it done correctly. So I got a video of that coming when I do that, which I will probably be working on that tonight. Okay. I'm looking for dry pieces. Because as you can see, this, oh, it's hard. Let me press it. No, not hard enough. I got my work cut out on this piece right here because that's kind of soft. See how it's moving? That's not good. I'm going to sand it and put some more, let me put my brush in water. Let me see, where's the older, the stronger sander? Hi guys. Oh, it's so calming to watch. I'm so glad you find this entertaining. I'm so glad many of you find this entertaining. It's something keeping me busy. But also, I'm doing something that I love. What is that Ross guy? That artist? He does paintings. So I guess watching me is like, well, actually it is art. I was about to blow it with the mask on. All right, let me see. I most definitely got to put more. At least I got enough on the inside. I don't know what's making that so flimsy. Okay. I wonder if the other's actually better than this. But no, this is interior, exterior wood filler. I'm thinking. Because I'm thinking I like the other wood filler better. So I'm going to get that one instead. Because that's the one I used the last time, more of it. Because it worked better. Because I don't know. Even though this little thing was $5, I don't remember how much the other was. I'll grab that real quick. Little Pookie. My mom's chihuahua, she is yelling so much. So I'm also using what they call plastic wood, all-purpose wood filler. Looks and acts like real wood, repairs cracks, gouges, holes, shrink and crack resistant. Strong nail and screw anchoring, dries hard and smooth finish. Easy water cleanup, natural interior, exterior. This I have found to be the best for this because I used it on the last doll. Her stomach was very soft, and I had to put about 3 layers of this on there and then sand it, and now it's nice and hard and thick. So yeah, this one's the best one. But the other one has real pieces of wood, so it's good to have that one in there. I'm having to make sure it's shook up good because so it's not liquefied or anything. So the agents that are in it are going to work without a problem. And it's kind of like sand. It has a little grit to it. So what I'm doing is I got my brush and water. I'm just going to sand it. Okay. And I'm going to press it like putty. It feels like putty. My main thing is to enforce this to be thicker and strong so it's not flimsy. but then also make it where it's going to blend. I got you, Grayson. Now, you know, when I get through with this, I'm going to take a shower and wash my hair and all that good stuff. Because I'm going to be exhausted. It's already starting to dry, which is good. There. So see, I'm having to do that all over the whole thing. This is going to stay on. It's going to bond a lot harder because the other filler, it has real pieces of like powdered wood, where the wood was very powdery, and they mixed it with the bonders, so it's getting more. It's drying. It's setting to a more smooth, like flat surface. But it's important to do layers of this because it's okay if it's a little bit higher or thicker than this side, because that side is pretty strong. But I can also take and make the other side match it. And it's also, while I'm doing this, it's giving me time for all of the gesso to dry on the body, on the doll's body part. Because when I start really dabbing into cleaning her head, that's the easy part, because I'm only going to use a soft washcloth with a little soap and water. Very gently do that. Let's see. I want to make sure this is reinforced and that it's as strong as it can be. It's very important because, like I said, I want it to last for many years. I want it to be strong. I want it to last longer than my lifetime. Because hopefully there'll be a doll museum by the time I'm old. You know, I can just leave my stuff to a doll museum, and where people will be able to see the history. Maybe they can play my videos of it in the background and stuff like that, which will be fascinating. Okay. This one. Okay, set my brush down. Where's my sandpaper? Because I sanded. Remember, I put some of the other wood stain in this. Let's see how that turned out. It worked, see? Remember the end of the foot with the crack? It's sealed. So it's no longer there. The crack is completely sealed in. That means I can now apply gesso, layers of the white gesso on here. Let me check the inside of this foot to make sure it's not too thin. No, it's not, which is good. So I'm going to let that sit over there to dry. It's a chair. I'm looking around at the birds. They're watching me. Where did I put the top? Okay, now back to work. Making sure everything shows up on the dog parts. I'll push that away so you can see everything that's right here in front of me. And you see what I'm working with. Okay, here's her hand. Yeah, the gesso is now dry. I'm only doing one coat of gesso on the hands. Maybe I should do two.
What'd you say?
What, honey?
What'd you say?
About what?
I don't know, I couldn't hear you upstairs.
I have no idea. I don't even remember.
I'm letting the beans boil down, I don't want no more water in them.
Have you tried them?
Yeah, they ain't quite done.
Oh, okay. I actually am going to do this one.
I thought I
No.
put a can of that spicy tomato sauce in them that I got.
Oh, that might be good. Oh, yeah, that sounds good. Are you gonna be able to eat that?
Yeah, I take my milk.
Everyone says hi, Mom.
No, I'm not too late.
Mom says,
There's
hey,
too much
everybody.
wood over there.
I'm thinking, yeah, I think I'm gonna leave the hand just one coat. Cause I'm gonna put several layers of
We
paint.
might get some more rain this season.
Well, we just had a drizzle. Or whether a big bird flew over and peed.
James said, I forgot what he said it was up there next to New York.
Uh-huh.
Said they had a raining hard and all blowed trees on houses.
What, in New York?
It's a town side of New
He's
York.
in Long Island, right?
Yeah.
That's at Long Island. That's where Ben lives.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm. I think he's completed cosmetology by now and does hair. I don't hear, now he's, what are you laughing at?
Look at him there.
Mama, stop
Come
it.
on, Keila.
Get in the house, you know,
Dix is in the house looking toward the door.
pervert.
She's sitting in here in front of the couch looking at this door. She knows you right there.
Of course, my cat is crazy. Which is probably why she fits in with the family. See how nice and white that looks? Yeah, I can't believe it. I'm doing this all over again. Everything, this is looking good and dry so far. Yes, that turned out good and dry. Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and paint inside this wood. I'm not gonna paint, sorry, I'm putting gesso. I want that wood protected completely. Absolutely. Go ahead and add a little extra this all the way around. I'm gonna do that. I see a little air bubbles trying to come in. Which is why it's good to put about 3 layers of gesso on here. Okay. One down, 2 to go. Because the first layer always goes on the thinnest. Okay, this one looks good. Oh, never mind, it needs that other layer. Okay, we'll do it over here. To be honest, I'm really shocked that as many of you are still staying on watching this process. But then it's like you're on this journey with me, like I said last night. I keep forgetting I need to turn that sideways. Just stay there. Okay, this one, no, that's not quite dry. That one looks dry. Yeah, this is dry now. But it needs another, I'm gonna go ahead and just do this. Yeah, this side. So I'm gonna leave it down here so it can find a place to be still. Oh, I forgot I used to do it like that. That'll work. Oh, it slid right out. It's okay though. I'm going to, regardless, it'll end up being sanded after a good 3 thick coats. I'll stick it there. Okay. Now for the wooden balls. I'll start with these now. But yeah, this is a very important, gesso is very important when it comes to doll making and repairs. And be prepared because you're going to get your hands messy. But it washes right off, so it's all good. I miss doing stuff like this outside. Remember I used to do this when I had my house? Oh, remember doing this then? Okay, this leg, yes, it's ready for me to do the other side. Finally. Oh, I need to pour more gesso. My mom's gonna beat me in getting this stuff from my brush on her grill. She's gonna know I did it. Here, let me take this up some. Okay, maybe not too far up because I don't want to be showing me, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, this is actually like a liquid porcelain. People use it on their if they do canvas painting. This is what they use to put. They put layers of this on their canvas to make it smooth. And once they do about 3 or 4 coats, layers, they lightly sand it and then they start painting. Okay, there we go. Let that dry while I'm waiting. I'll go ahead and finish just healing up another coating. One more layer. This. If you're actually watching this on your television, I'm pretty sure it's a lot more entertaining. It's probably like watching like a art channel or like Channel 4, as they call it, PBS. Oh my gosh, should I paint the inside of that? I can't tell. Okay. I'm gonna paint inside of this part. Well, I'm applying the gesso to protect the wood, keep that nice and protected. And now I'm gonna go ahead and paint the other side like this. Oops, my finger did touch that. Grayson, you know you can call my cell phone, right? I'm using a different phone to record the video. So I don't know if he's still watching. He's done his homework this morning and everything, which is good. Keeps him busy. Okay, I got red letters in there. One thing about this though, I don't mind having thicker layers on it. Because like I said, it's sandable. I might have to go to Walmart and get some another couple of sanding blocks for this. Now I'm going ahead and put some gesso inside of here. There we go. Oops. Oh. No, gotta wait, let that dry some more. What's next? This leg? Yeah. All right, here we go. And I gently let that lean against the body because that part's dry. So when someone decides they want to have an antique doll restored, or if it needs repairs, and if it's the whole doll, now you know what, they would probably charge a lot of money because they would have to do this to repair the doll to be good as new again. Oh, this is what I'm liking, this foot. How was I looking? Oh, yeah. Yay, now I can put gesso on this, finally. Wait, see what side is going to stay up the best. Okay, this one, perfect. Okay, let me go ahead and get inside of it first. And I will start with this side. And take this up just a notch so you can see it good. But no, for a project like this, it takes days. Like the first day, you do this sanding, layers of gesso, then you sand it, depending on how you're feeling. If you haven't gotten exhausted yet, that's when you would continue with the painting. That's what I did last time. The other doll, I did this during the day, all of the gesso, then I sanded it. That night I was painting. It took me all night. I worked a lot. It took me 2 or 3 days for the body because once I decided it was time to paint it, and I did several coats of paint on the doll's body, I had to do about 3 or 4 coats of paint, and I had to leave it overnight. And I believe the next day I was painting the doll's body again because the coloring I didn't think was right. So I just repainted it, which was fine. I did a light coat of sanding to make sure the paint was gonna be super smooth. And that's why the other doll, her coloring, her skin, everything looks so super smooth. Because I had 3 layers of this gesso on top to make it smooth, plus all those layers of paint. That's why I'm so happy with her results, and she looks great. I didn't do anything to her face though. Her face, 100% natural. All I did was gentle cleaning on the doll's face, and I made her a homemade wig. See, I have to wait for this here to dry. It's drying kind of smooth, but I will have to sand it. But I need this to be thick and strong because it's weak. This part over here is quite weak, but I also need this part to be have the same thickness. Even though once I have the doll put together, it's okay if it makes it a little different than the other. It's going to be able to close and all of those things, just like regularly. So here are her beautiful hands. We personalized. The only difference is she's going to be a lot stronger than she was previously. Okay, now for the torso one more time. Oh, no. Okay, I'm gonna need this to push you over. And a push over is exactly what I did. Put that over there. Oh my goodness. Oh well, doesn't matter. I'm gonna sand it. It's gonna come out smooth and perfect. Oh my goodness. I'm coming over to where the torso is. I'm looking, okay, there we go. So I'm gently going to try to move this part of her leg over. Now I'm having to get to her arm, which a lot of these pieces I'm now having to move over some more. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and paint this piece of arm joint some more. I don't know why I say paint because it isn't paint. Gesso is a porcelain overcoat. There we are. Let me see the back. Yeah, see the back is not painted. Let me take this up a little bit. There we go. I'm gonna do that last. I wanna make sure I have all of the layers done on this piece first. And that includes plenty of layers inside the arm joint. Cause I want it to be super smooth. I want her to be able to move her arms smoothly. Another thing is too with painting this, see today I'm doing this. Now if I start painting the body, which most likely I will, I'm gonna have to let it but I'm gonna try to paint it outside so it'll dry quicker. Cause I'm gonna have to do about 3 layers of paint on the doll's body. And in between the first 2, I will sand it to make it super smooth. I'm actually, lightly sand the paint. Cause I'm not gonna use this here brush to paint her. This is the brush I'm using to apply thick layers of the gesso on her body. Like I said, I wanted to have a strong body. I'm hoping her wig is going to work out. Because I want to keep her original hair. And someone glued that sucker on really, really good in the area, so I guess to prevent it from coming off. Have to be more gentle where her belly button is. And it's very important for me to get the outer part of her sockets because the layers of gesso is going to keep it nice and smooth whenever I attach her body parts all that together. Yeah, especially for the torso, I'm making sure I have plenty of gesso inside the areas of this, because it's going to add extra layers in between the wood and then the doll on all occasions. And it's going to seal and protect. That's my most important thing, is being able to have it sealed and protected. And I don't mean just certain parts, I want the whole thing done. Whew. Now we're going to come over this way. I'm looking for the green cup. There. Can't read comments. I'm watching on my TV and commenting on my tablet. It is like watching PBS or something. It is. Well, it's actually, this is actually learning. You're learning. If you're doll collecting, you're learning the process of how they did to dolls from the early 1900s. You are. I mean, this is how they did it. And, you know, it was a very long process. You know, whenever you get a chance and you get back to school, if they say anything that you've learned, you can actually use this to say that you learned how to restore 1900 dolls from the early 1900s when they had porcelain heads and the bodies were made of wood. So actually, this is educational, and it deals with history, the history of America, and the history of dolls, and the power of play. Okay, put that one down. I hope I don't have to go back to Walmart. I go to the dentist tomorrow, and I would rather have all of this here done and sanded and painted. Yes, I want to have this started and painted. I'm going to do this video in 3 sections. So basically, you're seeing this part of it, and then painting her body. That's going to be a whole nother video, because it's lasting so long. So I would rather do it in different processes. Oh yeah, that looks really good. See that? So I want to get these edges up here done really nicely, because it prevents the wood from being exposed. You don't want the wood to be exposed. It's very important. Because if the wood is exposed, it can be exposed to the elements in the air, the elements in which we live, and can cause damage later on, such as moisture. See, that's how the doll, where I'm repairing her leg, it ended up with some damage because it wasn't sealed and it was open, and moisture got inside and made it very fragile. So it did something with the glue. This part, let me see if this is dry. Almost, not quite. Oh well, I'm going to just touch it where I can, which means I wish, let me see. I'm going to move this leg over here, since that leg is done and it's drying. It's pretty much done. That looks about done. So the pieces that I basically have 3 layers on, I can move out of the way to finish these up. Oh wow, I need more gesso already. And this gesso is expensive because I'm using Liquitex brand. It's an expensive brand. But I used a coupon. I think I bought it at AC Moore, which AC Moore is now gone. They have closed up in the United States. They're no longer here. I don't like Michael's, but if you don't have anywhere else to go, then go to Michael's. I like Hobby Lobby, but I don't like their political standpoint of beliefs at all. But they have products I like. I hate that. Oh well. They had the best yarn for doing a Cabbage Patch Kid reboot. The colors are amazing. The quality is amazing. So, yeah, I have to compromise on that. I already know I'm going to need to get another sandpaper pad. But I'm going to do the best I can with what I got for now. Let me see, my dentist is up 98, and it's in the morning. Whew, I'm having to just take a moment. And so I'll just go there tomorrow. Depending on what time it is, I might go this evening and do it so I can finish it. All right, set that there, set this here. Because I need to get the paint on that side. Right there. The good thing is it's a beautiful day out here. That'll at the most. The weather is perfect for this. Enough air, breathing, and then for this to dry quickly with the right air. All right, what's next? I'm looking at the pieces. Nothing but let them dry. This piece is not, oh darn, is it hard enough to sand yet? Let me see. Come up and see if this is hard enough to sand. No, it's not. It's very wet. So this will probably have to stay like this overnight, most definitely. So I'm gonna go ahead and add extra onto it to make it ultra smooth and to get that thickness. Listen to hear my mom's dog. There. But what I can do in the meantime, I can go ahead and put gesso all around these other areas until then. So that I can do, but I'm gonna have to move this water. Oh no, no. Okay. I'm gonna have to clear a spot for this. Oh my goodness. I'm like, where am I gonna put it? Okay, let me close this up and put this on over here near my mom's grill. Awesome. Let me see this fell down. Stand that back up. Okay, that's it. Oh, you know what? Yeah, no, I gotta paint the inside. Well, I can do this part first. At least get as much of it as I can. See those little spots on it? Like here and here, here, through there. I'm gonna seal those in with the gesso. So I'm dabbing it inside. Which this first layer, it's not gonna do much. But at least I can just focus on, after this piece, I can focus on the other parts while they're drying and then sand them and possibly paint them. Because I don't mind waiting for this one to dry. Because it needs serious repair work and you have to be patient. So when it comes to the repair work with these dolls, you have to have patience. You have to be in the mood for it. Totally in the mood. Because I haven't painted the backside. I haven't painted the backside of this torso yet. So that has to get good and dry. This has to be good and dry. What about this piece? Oh, no, not quite dry yet. But it's looking good, see? But I don't know, you might be thinking, girl, that's the wrong color. Trust me, it's all good. Because some of you tuned in and saw me doing the other one. You saw me do the other doll. Okay, this one is almost dry. Because these are thick layers. And trust me, once I sand this, and I'm going to end up with about 3 to 4 layers of paint, that has to dry. And I also have to clear. I have to clear spray paint. What you're doing, but see, once I paint this, I'm going to use the brownish blushing makeup that I use with a cotton ball, and I'm going to blush around the joint areas, part of her belly, this area. Oh my gosh, to give it all that beautiful realism look. Then I will bring it outside because I have a piece of cardboard here. And I will have to gently spray thin layers of spray paint to prevent it from yellowing. Come on, guys, you gotta click like on the video. Educational. My nose is itching. I'm inspecting each piece. So see like that, you see how that looks? When I sand it, it's gonna go away. Oh, I need to do that up. And see with the layers of paint, it's going to make her joints where the ball joint goes. It's gonna put more of a thicker layer in between once it's completely done and dried, and it's gonna make her joints move softer, more smoother. But the layers of paint, it's putting a barrier in between her joints to protect them. So like her hands now, her hands are pretty much done. Cause I'm only doing one layer of this. I don't need to do several layers cause her hands are made of porcelain. So I can prepare them for painting while this is drying. And I got plenty of daylight, so I'm on good timing. So let me see, where's the thinner one, this one? Yeah, I'm not even gonna need to sand this. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm actually gonna go ahead and get my paint. And I'm gonna paint this.
You okay?
Yes, sweetie. I got all of the gas, so I'm getting ready to paint her hands. So I'm going inside, I'm gonna wash my hands. I'm gonna go ahead and, take this here glove off. Yeah, I think I'm pretty good with the glove. I don't think I need it anymore. Since most of the work is done. So you can see how this is coming along. Now I'm gonna go get the paint and do that. And I'm gonna pull the chair here in front of me to set that on, but I'm also gonna get something else to put in the chair on top of it. Oh, it smells good, that's good. Here comes my kitty. Kitty, here's the paint. It's already pre-mixed from the last doll. I'm gonna set it there. Oops, well, they went out the last time. I do apologize for that, but I got some wax paper to put down. So some of these pieces that are already dry, I can just set them on the wax paper, but also to add weight on it. So I can clear some of this out of the way. Oh, I set the speckling stuff down here. 'Cause I'm kind of done with that. Yes, put this on wax paper instead. Nope, don't want to touch that. I can touch this one, that one, because it's better than the, ooh, no. This doll is like really ready to go. She's ready to get her pieces back together so she can just be gone. She's ready to get dolled up and be fancy and pretty, all that good stuff. So that was a little jar I bought to get my paints ready. I'm waiting for this to dry. It hasn't. I'm paint the other side, that leg. That looks good. Oh yeah. I pulled her wooden bar joints. I put them toward the top part up here. Oof. And hopefully I'll do it without making a disaster. So I can add more room up here because I'm going to paint her legs. Her hands. We're gonna paint her hands. I'm also, this is drying. I'm gonna move the torso over here because I have to paint the back part of it. So I'm gonna turn my camera around. I got 2 brushes. This is the one for the body. I don't know if I'm gonna be painting body yet, but I've shaken this up quite a bit. See the color? Very fleshy. Might as well turn it over like that. So I've already shook the paint up. And again, this is acrylic. And it's gonna take about probably 3 or 4 layers of this. But this is the color I used for the other doll. Now I'm using what is showing at the top, but I'm getting ready to stir it with a stick. I'm gonna go actually out here in the yard and find a stick to stir it. I hope those of you who are watching, when you think of the COVID-19 experience, the quarantine and all of those things, I hope this is what you remember. I hope you stop and think about the videos that I've been doing, and I hope you think of this experience. Okay, now I'm stirring this up with the end of my paintbrush instead of a stick to make sure this is all stirred up good. Because it took a lot of paint to get this color, so when it dried, to match her skin tone. See? Isn't that pretty? Because I noticed a lot of white toward the bottom of the jar. And we got to get this all stirred up good. There we go. See? Nice color. Now I can shake it loose in this bottle. Yeah, with my hands. That's so sweet. Looking at the kids out there playing. I didn't bring any kind of rag or anything. Well, I'm not going to wipe it on my pajama bottoms, even if I am going to wash them. But this paint, my paint I use is waterproof. Once this stuff dries, that's the end of it. Oh my God, I'm slinging it on my mom's. Okay, we'll just do it like that. What to do? Hi, Ted. Okay, the other hand now. Let me slide my paint over some more. Here we go. I'm looking at the other hand and noticing that this part is not touching the bottom. Oh, it's drying quite dark. At least I think. It's okay though. It's good. Well, it's probably looking darker from because it's so white. The gesso is just so white. It makes any color look darker. I think my mom told me. Maybe not. Now I'm going in between her fingers. Because this acrylic paint dries quickly. Smooth out my brush strokes as much as possible. See, nice. See, it's drying darker, but it's gonna look so good when I'm done. I'd rather have a darker glare on the bottom. Cause like I said, it's gonna be about 3 coats of paint. And so when I'm done, I'm probably gonna mix a little more white into this to make it more lighter. And what I'm gonna do is set that on the wax paper upside down to dry. But then the upper half should be dry about now. Okay. Yep, fanning it a little bit. Now just lay it on wax paper. What in the world? Oh, there's a squirrel. There's 2 of them. They're chasing each other up the tree, looking crazy as I don't know what. Okay, set that brush in there. Let me see how dry this feels. The torso, right, that feels good. Oh, I gotta do this part too. Okay, I'm gonna set these two pieces over here. I'm gonna make this onto the wax paper. Yeah, perfect. I'm gonna set the leg over there. Torso, let me wipe that. Set it up here very gently. I'm slinging water out of my brush. All right, I'm gonna close up my paint because I know I'm gonna have to add some white in here to make it lighter. But not just white, but possibly a light tan mixed with white. Gosh, it's very hard to do, mixing colors. But what's making it look so dark too is because you see the contrast difference of how dark this is. And then look, I'm adding this super white gesso. Oh, great, a fly is crawling on her hand that I just painted. If anyone's commenting, I'm sorry I can't see it because the camera is tilted downward and I can't see. Garrison, you can call my regular phone because I'm just using this one for video. I'm just glad that it's nice and warm out today, so this can dry faster than usual. So now I'm going to make sure the bottom of her, I need to put more of this in. Okay. All right, I need to light that down.
You come by filled out a card about information, something or other. I've got what, well, the lady just called me, the man be here in the morning, 10 o'clock.
About what?
Down and I get a free, gift card.
For what?
Fill out that thing, he gonna come and
What thing?
Donna Hush,
I don't know.
I don't even remember, I think it's something about, insurance or something.
Mama, no. You already got insurance. Don't change. Ma. Oh, I'm hurting up here from waiting. Let me look at this. Oh, that's still kind of wet. Ma. My mom, she's talking about life insurance, but she doesn't need to switch. She's had the life insurance she has now for a long time. Lift everything up so you can see everything that's going on. I've been working on a wooden ball jointed doll the gesso here. I'm waiting for it to dry so I can sand it. I'm checking to see if I need to do any more layers. I don't think so because I'm going to be doing about 3 to 4 layers of paint on these. And with today being nice and warm and everything, it's a good day to be outside doing this. Okay. It is very time consuming for sure. I have my wax paper out. Okay, while that's drying, I'm going to test it to see if it's okay for sanding. I'm going to test a small piece, like one of these. Okay, well, not the centerpiece. Most of it is ready for sanding. Okay. I am going to need to add a little more gesso. See how smooth that came out from sanding? And once it's painted, it'll get a lot more smoother. I'm just gonna go back into the inside lightly. Let it stand back up. Cause it's not all dry, so. That's it. So I guess I'll let this be the completion of part 1. It's been over 2 hours, so thank you all for watching. So I really appreciate that. And for taking the time out to watch this video, the restoration of an antique Bistal from the 1900s. So what I'll do for part 2, after everything has been fully gessoed, I'm using Liquitex gesso. It's see where it says surface preparation? Surface preparation, that's what this is for, surface preparation. It seals like wood, fabric, stuff like that, makes it very smooth. Yeah, sand hard, shiny surfaces before applying. Allow 24 hours minimum to dry before use. Do not mix with the oils. I can tint this with acrylic paint, so I can pour paint into it, but I didn't want to do that. This is very matte, pretty much fluid. It's not transparent. That's a good thing. So yes, so I'm pretty much going to have to let this set overnight. That's what I remember, because it took me about 3 days to do that. So that's what I'm going to have to do, is wait 24 hours. I'm going to finish putting the gesso on the other parts and let it stay overnight, so that way it can seal and cure and be hard and ready for sanding. So tomorrow I will sand it and I will paint it. So join me tomorrow, probably about this time. So, okay. Wow, my skin looks so clear. You're right. My birthday, I got younger. That was God blessing me. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you. Bye.